And Chris has all the masks. We gotta learn the saying. So, thank you everybody for coming. It's a great pleasure and a privilege to be here in front of you all. Few news to discuss, and then something to share, and then call to action, obviously. And again, I want to start with personal development first. Again, really want to acknowledge everybody coming here more than anything else. So give yourself, again, a round of applause. It's very important. Every single here representing a lot of people that for some reason are not scared or fearful to be here because of the backlash. So everyone who's here, standing the ground, representing a lot of people out there. So definitely give yourself acknowledgement for them. It's extremely important. And like Chris already mentioned, every single person that takes the initiatives that we're creating to help you guys to have some ammunition to stand the ground against the mandatory masks and everything else that the government's putting for us. Again, I want to acknowledge the strength that you guys have. We understand it's not easy. We understand that it's a very stressful environment to be in. So please come from compassion to other people. Come compassion for yourself. Do your best. Don't beat yourself too hard if, for example, you're not willing to be confrontational. It's okay, but do what you can every single day. Just do your best and understand every day there's a lot of people coming together, and this is something that we're going to be focusing going forward. So Hugs of a Max initiative is two things that we're going to focus even more going forward. One, it's a truth education platform. Why is this important, truth education platform? Because people being suppressed, people being under heavy fear propaganda and brainwash for over 4 months. Understand, that's why people are scared, that's why people are fearful, and guess what happens when you're in a state of stress and fear? Your critical thinking goes out of the window. So even when they see something that's supposed to make sense for them, guess what? It's hard to make sense because they can't even think about it. So what we're doing is we're creating information, bite-sized information, simple enough that people can understand, to plant a seed of doubt. So people think like, why am I supposed to wear the mask now? 4 months later, after the pandemic is over, like, why the mask right now?
Why?
Why do I have to go to the same store that I've been going for the last 3-4 months with no mask, but now I have to wear the mask? Like, when you ask a question like that to somebody that's maybe saying like, wear a mask, just ask them that question. I literally went to the same store last week and I didn't have to wear it. Why do I have to wear it now? And just pause, let them think about it, right? I'm giving you a little bit of a strategy, a little bit of a call to action.
They ask them to do this.
And this is the example of what we're going to be doing with our platform specifically. We're going to be educating you guys. We're creating nationwide outreach teams as we speak right now. After extremely successful campaign with all the groups here, with Mothers Against Distancing, Back to Work, Be Lion, Celebration of Rights and Freedoms, everyone came together to have this media blitz that we did to protest the mandatory masks on Tuesday. And Chris and Letitia already talked about it. It was extremely successful because media could not ignore us anymore. We've been here for 3 months. 3 months. How much media exposure did we get? Almost zero. Why? Because they're scared of us. They don't want people to know that we exist. So from Tuesday, people know we exist. Now, of course, we get a lot of backlash, like Letitia got worldwide backlash. I'm getting personal, and that's okay. I don't mind. I have thick enough skin, I can handle it. And I just want to equip you guys again. If you are getting backlash, please understand, it's nothing personal. People attacking you only shows the character about them. They say whatever they want to say. The only thing you need to understand is the mirror they're looking at. And again, they're fearful. Compassion is crucial. Please understand, they're acting irrational out of fear. A lot of different things. So, what we're doing with Hugs of a Mask, we literally have volunteers across the country. I've been on the phone non-stop every single day after Tuesday. With Montreal, with Manitoba, with Vancouver, with Saskatchewan, all across the Ontario province, London, Guelph. We have a lot of people, brand new people came from Guelph today. And it's amazing, and that's why I'm so excited and enthusiastic no matter whatever else is going on. Because people like yourself here, and whoever's not able to be here, but they're watching right now through live streams, they want to be part of this movement. Because they had enough. They have enough of this fear propaganda. They have enough to not be able to hug other people. We said this over and over again. The biggest indicator of your health and longevity is social connections. You don't get healthy from vaccines. You don't get healthy from wearing a mask. You get healthy by drinking clean water, eating nutritious food, taking your supplements, sun, breathing oxygen. This is how you get healthy. And ultimately, again, I said this before, blue zones. The research's been done already. Blue zones. People live well over 100 years old, very mobile, great quality of life. Because remember this very important point, guys. It does not matter how long you live. What ultimately matters, what is the quality of your life?
Happiness.
What is the quality of your life? I don't want to live forever wearing a mask. I don't want to live forever having vaccines in my body. I know I'm not going to live forever with those things anyway, but just if that's their prerogative, for me to live forever, don't worry about it. I'll take the years that I have in me. Okay? However, again, understand, this is what they've been doing. They've been fearful and propaganda. So, going back to what I was saying, we are educating people. We're building the teams across the nation. We had the first quick welcome Zoom call yesterday. We have another one on Sunday at 8 p.m. So whoever wants to be part of the movement in your local area and to be part of the structure, please message me. I'll send you the link to our Zoom at 8 p.m. Toronto time on Sunday. Again, Sunday, 8 p.m. Toronto time, we'll have a welcome on-board Zoom call. And we'll share a little bit of the basic structure for everyone. And this is going to be specifically with hugs over mask. Now, why specifically with hugs over mask? Because what can you really say about hugs bad? Like, you can't. You can't. Hugs. Everyone loves hugs. Children hug each other by reflex, by intuition, because it's a natural, again, human thing to do. Right? So specifically on the Hugs of a Mask initiative, we will build outreach teams all across the nation. Okay? And we'll have captains for each area, and we'll have leadership calls with those captains. I've been in the personal development for over 20 years. We're gonna have extremely organized, clear branding, clear positive messaging, coming from compassion, and training all the people to have an outreach team. And that's exactly what we're going to have across this country and globally as well. But let's start with Canada first. And I'll give you a quick example. When we were there on Tuesday at the intersection of Yonge and Bloor, the main intersection of the city is Yonge and Bloor, you don't need a lot of people. You need 20 people at most. Literally, 5 people for each corner. 20 people, that's it. One person holds a sign, one person gives out the flyer, and someone who's knowledgeable, polite, and pleasant engages with the people passing by. This is exactly how you create mass action, with simple action, but on a mass scale, and with bite-sized pieces, again. So these flyers that we'll be distributing is exactly what we did on Tuesday, and this is the first pamphlet that we're going to be having. We're going to have a lot more coming, but what I'm saying is it's a bite-sized, simple enough information for people to understand. What Chris mentioned is exactly what we're going to be doing as well, that we're going to be going to the businesses. And we're going to be educating the business owners about proper etiquette of engaging with the public. So if somebody doesn't wear the mask, the security guard cannot get aggressive. They cannot not allow you into the store. It's a violation of your human rights. They cannot do it. They cannot deny you service. It's a private property, yes, but at the same time, we have to educate them more than anything. Now, if somebody is extremely out of this world, don't worry about it. This is another point that I want to make. Our goal is not convince everyone. In fact, I don't want to convince anybody anyway. Because if you convince a person one time, you have to keep convincing them day after day after day. And Les Brown says, life is too short and unpredictable to do that. Okay? So what you do is you work with people that are open-minded. Or at least they're open-minded to receive the message. Right? So if somebody's really out of this world, so when we're giving these flyers on the street, if somebody's really like, no, don't worry about it, just let them pass. Give this flyer to somebody that's willing to take it. Like on the way here, on the subway, I literally put our stuff, we started watching it, and I left. I went to the back of the train, and I went to the front of the train. I gave these flyers to every single person sitting on the subway on this way here. I would say 90% of people took this flyer. Every single person on that subway, except for maybe 5%, had a mask on. But they still took the flyer. Because Canadians are nice people. Canadians are polite people. Canadians don't want to get confrontational. But people are starving for information. And information, the truth, has amazing power. When you empower somebody with information, you're able to adjust their mindset. You're able to adjust their perspective. And again, this is what we're doing, guys. So, a few things that I want you again to go back to and understand. If you have any still confusions that what's going on right now with the government is for your own good, and what's going on with the government right now, it actually makes sense. When they tell you, we're only going to do these measures until we have no cases. We're only going to do these measures until we stop the spread. I'm talking to somebody who's going to be the captain in Manitoba. They have 0 people in the hospital for the last 2 months. 0 people in the last 2 months in Manitoba. Guess what? Mandatory masks. So when this government in Ontario tells you, don't worry, we're only going to do these measures for 2 weeks, right? We've been 3 months, and now they're just literally pushing the law to make sure the emergency order stays for at least 1 or 2 more years. Chris been saying this every single Saturday. Whoever thinks they're only going to do 2 weeks at a time, please wake up. They're never going to cancel this. Why on earth somebody in power would want to cancel measures that gives them the ultimate power? It makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. So, where I was going with this? Where I was going with this?
I don't know either.
Anyway, so yeah, Manitoba, thank you. So the measures are here to stay, guys. Because guess what they're saying already in Manitoba right now? That the new flu season is going to be all COVID season because we just don't know. So again, I'm just trying to give you a little bit of understanding that this is just the beginning. It's not going away, and we need to organize. And we need to organize fast, and we need to organize really good, because guess what? I'm not going to talk too much, but we've seen enough examples in the last 2 months of very organized protests. Okay? I'm not going to talk about them, but I just want you to think about it. Those people are extremely organized. That's why they get thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So guess what? We're going to get extremely organized. And our message is going to be very clear, very concise, and very structured. And that's how, again, because we are telling the truth, we only need to say it one time. And it resonates, and the fears and the fear propaganda, they have to keep repeating it, and that's why how they hypnotize the people, right? But for us, what we have going for us is we're saying the truth, so we don't have to say it that many times. We can access to the technology like they do anyway, and that's what we're doing, and we're going to get very professional at this. I think I have enough, right? I'll give Kelly back. Again, I can talk forever, but I love you all, guys. If you don't know, Hugs of a Mask, Colin. I asked Colin to come on board and be the main person as well, helping with movement. So give it up for Colin, please. So we started a specific